Please let us be seated. We want to welcome everybody to this meeting officially. It is the occasion of the 66th inaugural lecture of the Olabisi University of Technology of Ogbomoso. At this point, Mr. Vice Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me invite to the podium the representatives of our registrar, Dr. Bello, to come and invite the VC to the podium.
As this program progresses, it is my delight to invite the Vice Chancellor to come and read the citation of the inaugural lecturer, Professor Mrs. Muibat Olabisi Bello. The Vice Chancellor, sir.
The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics and Innovation, the University Registrar, University Bossa, the University Librarian, Provost of the colleges, Deans of the faculty, Dean of Postgraduate School, professors here present, distinguished guests, men of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today to represent the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Razak Olatunde Romkanilu, who is unavoidably absent with us here today, attending to some equally important matters outside the motion. On his behalf, I hereby want to read the citation of the 66th inaugural lecturer, Professor Muibat Olabisi Bello. Professor Muibat Olabisi Bello Ni Ajani was born into the family of late Alhaji Nafi Olagoke Ajani, late Alhaja Mariam Ayoni, and Alhaja Alifat Ajani on April 27, 1971 in Iwo, Osun State, Nigeria. Foundational years were shaped by a quest for knowledge that began at Ansarudin Primary School, Akifenwa area, Iwo, and later Bello Baptist Primary School, Ijibu, both in Osun State. She started her secondary education at Ansarudin High School, Ijibu, and subsequently completed it at Iwo Grammar School, Iwo. Her academic pursuit blossomed with a Bachelor of Science Ed in Chemistry from Adeyemi College of Education, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, in 1991. Driven by a passion to applied sciences, she earned an MSc in industrial chemistry from the University of Ibadan in the year 1995 and a PhD in industrial chemistry from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, LAUTECH, Ogbomoso, in 2007. Her academic portfolio was further enriched by earning an international certificate in monitoring, evaluation, and impact assessment of food and Nutrition Security from the Center for Development and Innovation, Wageningen, UR, the Netherlands, in 2015. Following her National Youth Service at the 82 Division of the Nigerian Army Medical Laboratory, Enugu, in 1992, Professor Bello began her teaching career with the Lagos State Teaching Service Commission at St. Gregory's College, Obalende, Lagos, from 1993 to 1995. She later transferred to the Oyo State Teaching Service and taught chemistry at Ogomosho High School and Anglican Grammar School between 1995 and 1999. Her journey with Laute began in 1999, and she rose steadily through the ranks to be pronounced Professor of Industrial Chemistry in the year 2014. Over the years, she has served the university with distinction, contributing to a number of committees and mentoring over 150 undergraduate and postgraduate students. A trailblazer in entrepreneurship education, Professor Bello has equipped thousands of students with practical chemistry-based skills, empowering them to produce household and industrial materials. Professor Bello's research centers on the value addition to underutilized plant species, fruits, vegetables, and oil seeds, which are plant materials often overlooked but are rich in micronutrients and usable for industrial applications. Her work has illuminated the immense potential of endangered and neglected plant species as sustainable sources of agro-industrial raw materials. Through her pioneering studies, she has demonstrated the variety, nutraceutical and pharmacological values of several indigenous medicinal plants, publishing over 50 scholarly articles and delivering papers at both national and international forums. In 2013, as a visiting scientist at the United Nations University Institute for Natural Resources in Africa, Accra, Ghana, she developed a policy titled Tackling Hidden Hunger, the Potentials of Underutilized Plant Species. This impactful document has informed policy directions across several African nations on the sustainable exploitation of underexploited plant resources. Her academic influence exceeds the boundaries of Laute. She has served as visiting professor at Al-Hikma University, Ilorin, and as an external examiner and professorial assessor for several institutions, including Lagos State University, Ojo, Lagos, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, University of Ilorin, Olabisi University, Ago-Iwoye, Kebbi State University of Science and Technology, and Emmanuel Alayode University of Education, Oyo. In recognition of her expertise, Professor Bello was appointed by the Osun State government as a member of the visitation panel to one of the colleges of education in the year 2012. In 2022, she was named a member of the Whole Board of Trustees, IBOT 3, by His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Abdulrasheed Adewale Akanbi, Ilufemiloye 1, the Oluwo of Goland. Her professional affiliations reflect her dedication to scientific excellence, and she is a fellow of the Chemical Society of Nigeria, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, and a member of both the American Chemical Society and the Royal Society of Chemistry. Beyond academics, Professor Bello is deeply committed to her faith and community. She serves as the chairperson, Amira, of the Tawakalitu Muslim Women Organization, Oyo, and also zonal coordinator of the Muslim Scholarship Fund in Nigeria, and a member of the Pious Muslim Women International Organization. Professor Bello is happily married to Alhaji Bashir Wale Bello, CEO of Panari Global Services and Union Tours and Travels Limited. Their union is blessed with God-fearing children. As I invite Professor Bello to come and deliver the 66th inaugural lecture of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology this day, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I declare the inaugural lecture open.
Vice Chancellor, members of the University Governing Council, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Development, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Innovation, the Registrar, the Bursar, the University Librarian, the Chairman Committee of DPC's Provost and Deans, Dean Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences, Dean Postgraduate School, Deans of other faculties and student affairs, members of University Senate, Head of Department of Pure and Applied Chemistry, Head of other departments and units, esteemed spiritual leaders, His Imperial Majesties and Royal Highnesses, members of my family, nuclear and extended, members of the university community, distinguished guests and friends, gentlemen of the press, great Ladokites, ladies and gentlemen, all praises are due to Almighty Allah, the beneficent blessing, for giving me the grace to witness today and for allowing me to present this inaugural lecture. I am deeply humbled for the opportunity to contribute to this intellectual tradition, particularly in the often overlooked realm of underutilized human resources. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Mr. Vice Chancellor, permit me to share my story from the beginning as a young girl. I started my schooling as a toddler at age 3. My father was actually a school teacher at the local grammar school in Osun State, the old Oyo State. He was transferred to many other schools in old Oyo State. I was in primary 4 when my father was transferred to Asarudi High School in Chico. Emi Omo Query, as popularly called, meaning principal's daughter. So I attended Villa Baptist Primary School and Asarudi High School. He was transferred again. And so what do you expect? It is big, in fact, the Karama Bello. I followed my father to complete my secondary school education at Iwo Grammar School in 1986. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. This my story is not unconnected with my inaugural lecture of today. My father actually taught me not just class, rather explore. My younger brother and I usually travel together with my father from Bello to Iwo. Then, the road was good and smooth. So we used to have measurable drive, viewing food crops, fruits, cocoa, cashew, and different color fruit that might not even know the name. Most times we wish we pluck some of the fruit that they were attractive in our language. Daddy Eduro Fuwa, Daddy Eduro Fuwa, turning it to song. My daddy of blessed memory now. We slowed down driving, pretending to wait, but we later stood up, not knowing he was teaching us the lesson that we do not just glance, rather explore and bring out values to these gifts of nature. My early education started with admission to university. I wanted to study pharmacy, but I loved chemistry. My daddy was actually a chemistry teacher. Then we had 3 choices of courses. I enrolled for pharmacy as first choice, left to pick chemistry. I sat through the bronchio and saw chemistry in the Faculty of Sciences and Faculty of Education. I was confused. One of my uncles was in our IDS quarters that day, Alhaji Wasiu Akiloye Hassan, now retired Director of Education. I asked him, of which faculty should I choose? He told me to choose Faculty of Education. And in this world, I want to read the education, I want to take a research. Thus, I think chemistry as a course in the Faculty of Education. There are so many stories around it. On one fateful day, the post office box was open, and I received an admission letter to read a BSc Education Chemistry degree at Adeyemi College of Education, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I graduated in 1991, the first class honored. Following my NYSC at the Nigerian Academy, I received an appointment letter with the Lagos State Civil Service Commission. I was posted to teach chemistry and integrated science at St. Gabriel's College, Obalende. As a young teacher, navigating Lagos, costing money for me, people standing in their golden pole buses, while official parastatal buses passed by comfortably. I observed one organization with particular fascination, the Raw Material Research and Development Council. That very teacher sparked a renewed drive. I resolved to pursue postgraduate education in industrial chemistry, a field that aligns with my innate desire to explore, process, and deliver final products for human use, with the hope to work in the federal parastatal like RFRs. My master's research focus on utilization of plant materials for pulp and paper production, a study diverted by 4 deliberate steps into the world of underutilized plant resources. I evaluated the public potential of various plant waste and discovered that Melia and Cedara and Sebela Ojolaka exhibited promising chemical and morphological properties suitable for paper production. That project not only strengthened my technical foundation, but also ignited a commitment to value addition from nature's overlooked fields. Marriage brought about another transition. An interstate transfer from Lagos to the Oyo State City Circle. I was posted to Ogbomoso High School and subsequently to Anglican Grammar School, Ogbomoso, where I taught until 1999. That same year marked a turning point, the beginning of my academic career in the university system. Mr. Vice It was during the tenure of the late Professor A.M. Salau that I was appointed as an assistant lecturer. That appointment ushered me into the dual world of teaching and research. My pursuit of a PhD took its own journey. An opportunity to work in the laboratory of Professor Ipachi in Germany was facilitated by my uncle, Professor Wahid Akinola Hassan of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto. Unfortunately, I was unable to secure that scholarship to take up the offer. My attempt to find a PhD degree from the University of Ilorin was not also destined. I bagged a PhD from Lautech in 2007. Nutritional and industrial potential of underutilized plant parts. My interest lies in exploring the nutritional and industrial potentials embedded within fruits, food crops, medicinal plants, and raw materials that hold immense promise yet remain largely underexploited. As beautifully articulated in the Holy Quran, Surah Al-An'am, Quran 6, verse 99. Wahuwa Ledi Anzala Mina Samai. He is the one who sent down the rain from the sky. With it, we produce vegetation of all kinds. When they begin to bear fruit, feast your eyes with the fruit, and the ripeness thereof Behold, in these things there are signs for people who believe. And that was about fruit. Botanically, fruit are still containing organs. Found in the ripening opening of a plant. They are the part of plant that produce seeds. Several trees and shrubs abound in Nigeria. Most of them produce fruits which embedded various kinds of seeds. Table 1 shows some commonly used fruit in Nigeria, while Table 2 shows some varied fruit species. Only few indigenous species of fruit and vegetables have been promoted or researched, just glancing, and not explored for human benefit. Most times, little attention has been paid to minor crop species like fine fruit trees which provide diet for rural people, especially during the periods of drought. Most of these plant parts are underutilized. What are underutilized plants? These are tagged as neglected species, orphan plants, plant hearts, and not fully explored. These are species whose contribution to sustainable food systems are severely undervalued due to a general lack of awareness and information. Many of the underutilized species are highly nutritious, rich in micronutrients, and bioactive compounds. Bello results 2008, 2013, 2023. Underutilization is the state of not being used enough or not used to full potential. We have and still underutilizing many plant species, be it fruits, vegetables, seeds, spices, and generally natural resources, either as source of food adjuncts, pharmaceuticals, and as well as sources of raw materials for various industries. When last did we explore nature? Travel around roadside, visit new areas, attracted to the area of plant species. What are the greatest effects of deforestation? How many of our plants have attained the status of a weed? When last have we domesticated the greatest plant species that grow in the wild? How many of our old food have become new foods? Are we conserving species that are known to be useful and those that are not known to be? Are we aware that the weeds of today are the crops of tomorrow? And the crops of today were weeds of yesterday, according to Olabisi 2024. And what we refer to as weeds not a major segment of phytochemicals and herbal supply. How many are being sourced as raw materials for various industrial products? Are we just dancing and not exploring? Where are our road trees? Baba Bono from Ibadan Majorosu. I'm not sure my Ibadan still see Orotorito before sleeping. Ogbano seeds are from Oro. We all know how much a thing of Ogbano is sold. How many Oro are at Idi Oro promotion? Idi Oro Oko Ejiko. Idi Oro Ede. Idi Oro Owo. What about the campus communities? Is my sofa here? Breadfruit, Bere, Danopi àti Ile-Ife. What of Agbayu? We all know the cost price of table sugar now. Even though the trees are fed because of infrastructural development and some other reasons, where are the trees planted? How many Igbo indigenes know how Kamotokoko Daniela live? Ewe Ero is cultivated. Is Ewe Ero cultivated in Igbo? That's why the available market for the leaf. Igbo Eleko Ewe Ero. How many seeds have we explored their oils for nutraceutical and industrial values? How many of our so-called weeds have we explored as sources of phytochemicals and nutraceuticals? So many of these questions beg for answers and underscore another call to action to conserve, research, and fully utilize these precious botanical resources rather than merely glancing at their existence without unlocking their full value. Mr. President, this author has explored many of these non-conventional and underutilized plant species. Figure 1 shows this. Many have been documented. Ajasa Bello in 2004, Bello and Olabisi 2012. Otebu Ibafanade Bello 2016, True to Ogudo Ayeki Bello 2021 and beyond. However, meaningful progress is not achieved by merely acknowledging their existence. It requires a deliberate and thorough approach. Properly identify these species, critically review the existing literature on their research factors, and then rigorously exploring their diverse values. It is through such comprehensive investigation that sustainable development can truly be realized. Some of the consequences of some of the underutilized fruit and seed were reported in table 3 and 4. Let me illustrate with you the polar millennium, known as Obiemi. When plants The bright red color are well attractive. During the fruiting period, large quantity of seed are produced in the numerous pods. Only young children lick the mesocarp. However, the treasure goes beyond consumption of the mesocarp. When analyzed, it was discovered that this mesocarp had high level of fiber. This can be encapsulated as anti-constipation agent. Very high level of calcium, high level of vitamin C that most commonly consumed foods. To just mention a few. The seeds are, however, discarded and wasted season to season, unlike many other species of kola nuts. Possible composition between a high oil content, which is comparable with some conventional oils, and the average value of the oil compared favorably with that of cotton seed oil, sunflower seed oil, which are rated as premium oil. The seed contain fish oil of varying fatty acid with nutraceutical values. The emission of 48 fatty acid from the seed banana seed oil was presented in table 5, and highly compound was isolated and characterized as 22 ethoxy, 8, 11, 13, trimethyl, docosahexaene, 8, 10, 12, triene from the seed is a fatty acid like DHA, a polyene fatty acid essential for growth and development. This fatty acid was rarely found in seed oil except in fish oil, and thus underscores their untapped potential as a valuable source of bioplastic compounds. Mr. Fighter, the seed of seed banana was explored to enhance food security by prevention of damages done to beans by weevils. The seed was investigated for bioactive compounds and insecticidal activities against Calobutch maculatus, known for destruction of beans on the field and in storage. Bioactive compounds identified with methanolic extracts and other reports were reported in table 6 to 8. Indeed, this line of inquiry has evolved with a broader research initiative. The development of a pesticide for seed banana seed extract is currently ongoing, led by my research group, comprising Bello, Babaride Estate, Akiboro Bay. Notably, this innovative project was awarded a 10th IBR grant, a testament to scientific relevance and national importance. We anticipate that this study will culminate in the creation of a safe, effective, and environmentally friendly alternative to the synthetic chemical insecticide currently in use, thus promoting good health and well-being. SDG 3. The valorization of seed banana seed, which are typically discarded as waste, into raw material for pesticide formulation aligns with SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Ultimately, commercialization of this byproduct holds the potential to generate economic opportunity and support property and innovation, fulfilling the aspirations of SDG 1. Mr. Vice Chancellor, the Kola Banana project exemplifies how a previously overlooked plant species can be transformed into a tool for sustainable development, addressing food security, environmental safety, and economic empowerment. It reinforces the idea that with scientific curiosity and rigorous investigation, nature seeking to ensure can be harnessed for societal benefit. Another plant to explore is the Papira glabra, known as money tree. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I trust many members of the planter community have come across this tree. Many people have glanced the plant. One specimen thrives in the front of Nigeria FH lab. Others stand behind the ICC building near the ODN Center. The Vice Chancellor's Lodge also hosts several trees, and this author personally investigated one within the courtyard of the Department of Pure and Applied Chemistry lab. In our quest to promote food security and sustainable diets, my team investigated the value-added potential of pig glabra seeds. Seeds were posted into a locally adapted snack product known as kulikuli and shown in figure 2. The resulting product, named PG kulikuli, demonstrated high nutritional value. Sensory evaluation results were promising. PG kulikuli was significantly preferred in taste, sweetness, and flavor, indicating strong acceptability among consumers. Bello is on 2024. This finding suggested that pig glabra seeds will viably complement granules in kulikuli production. What about the industrial potential and values? Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, beyond this food application, pig glabra seed oil has shown significant promise as a valuable industrial raw material. The plant large pot contains numerous seeds with considerable oil yield of 47.8%, as shown Figure 3. Making it a prospective candidate for agro-industrial exploitation. The oil has shown remarkable promise for industrial utilization, particularly in the cosmetics, pharmaceutical, and biofuel sectors. Table 10, 11, and 12 reported some of these metrics that affirm the versatility and quality of big global oil for multiple downstream applications. In a further extension of its utility, the oil was characterized and incorporated into the development of antifungal soap, exhibiting broad-spectrum antimicrobial activity. A prototype coconut enriched formulated with pea oil demonstrated potential as a medicated skincare product targeting fungal infection. Bello, Olabisi, 2025. Mr. Vice as part of our continued commitment to exploring the economic value of underutilized indigenous plants, I wish to highlight the significant ongoing research efforts by our team, Bello, and Ibrahim on the utilization of big global seed oil as a great resource for biodiesel production. Biodiesel, a renewable and biodegradable alternative to fossil fuel, is produced from natural oil and fat. Our project, which has sponsored IBR grants, focuses on the optimization of biodiesel from big global seed oil as a promising and sustainable feedstock. This effort is directly aligned with SDG 7. The outcome of the study is expected to provide safe, cost-effective, and eco-friendly biodiesel that reduces greenhouse gas emissions and reliance on fossil fuel. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the pod of big glabra, often discarded, is itself a valuable nitrocellulosic biomass. It holds untapped potential in various applications. I therefore urge our esteemed researchers and innovators in absorption science, renewable energy, green chemistry, environmental engineering, not to merely glance at big glabra, but to delve deeply into the multifaceted industrial value. The seed and pod present an opportunity for transformative research that intersect energy security, waste valorization, and sustainable industrial development. Do not just glance, rather explore. This management for sustainable development. Avocado pledge. Avocado is important and only edible fruit for the family lorry estate. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the plant pod that goes to waste from avocado fruit contain more important chemical composition. The seed and peel are often wasted, glancers, and not fully explored. Avocado peels are often discarded. Can value-added product be developed from avocado peel? Can avocado peel be sustainably harnessed in diabetes management? These questions motivated our research. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, instead of just glancing at this byproduct, our group formulated avocado peel utilizing avocado peel extracts. We then assess its anti-diabetic and nutraceutical properties. The result were details in figure 5 to 7 and tables 14 to 16. Our findings indicated that avocado peel extract possess significant potential for practical applications in diabetes management. The formulation of avocado peel offers a convenient and palatable method to deliver these beneficial compounds while promoting sustainable utilization of avocado peel waste. Eurocare and Bello is talking. Atocarpus enteropinus, known as black fruit. Bello Result 2008 reported the chemical composition of the fruit and evaluated their level of nutrients and anti-nutrients. From health perspective, the fruit is rich in nutrients which contribute to cardiovascular health, improve digestion, and enhance immune function. What of protons and vesicles? Known as Ageo in Yoruba, Bello Result 2014 investigated the nutrient content and fatty acid of the leaves and seed oil of protons and vesicles. The sustainable utilization not only offers opportunity for health improvement, but also for economic empowerment through value-added products. Therefore, rather than leaving these versatile plants on tap, or regarded solely as sacred, focus research and industrial exploitation to harness its full potential for medicinal, nutritional, and commercial benefits. Pizza oregana, Pizza oregana belongs to the family Vitaceae. The seed contains a different called mixin. The pulp and seed are rich in flavonoids, phenolic compound, and essential oil. However, the growing demand for health promoting systems interest in underutilized essential oil bearing plants for the production of functional food seasoning with valuable nutraceutical properties. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, my team explored the potential of 3 essential oil bearing plant parts and apple separately combined with Osimon grasses, Epirin, Eucalyptus deodora, lemon scented eucalyptus, to produce functional food seasonings labeled as organats and ecanats, respectively. Organats inclusion was accepted for crude rice and noodles at 5.6% and 2.78% respectively, while 5.6% and 5.41% inclusion of ecanats was accepted for crude rice and noodles. The results were reported in figures 8 to 9, tables 17 to 20. Bello, Olabisi is also 23. The anato-based formulated systems are highly acceptable. They are nutrient-rich functional food and phytomedicine products that can complement existing organic systems. Their commercialization holds promising potential as a transformative opportunity for socio-economic development. Therefore, I urge that we do not just glance at anato or be irritated by its local Yoruba name Osuelede, but rather explore its rich nutraceutical and wide-ranging industrial values. The fifth, Ficus espirulata, commonly called sandpaper tree, in Yoruba. In tropical habitats, many animals, particularly fruit-eating birds, rely on fish as a nutritious food source. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the fish are well enjoyed by birds. Humans have also exploited the fish. Bello 2014. The fruit of Ficus espirulata is a good dietary source of protein. The fatty acid compared favorably well with that of some conventional seed oil, as indicated in figure 10. Thus, this plant holds great potential for further phytochemical exploration to enhance livelihoods. What about leafy vegetables? Green leafy vegetables constitute an indispensable constituent of human diet in Africa. They are rich in folic acid, and their inclusion in African traditional diets can reduce the risk of diet-related non-communicable diseases, as reported by Akinwande in 2021. Although leafy vegetables are vital for food security and wellness, great nutritional value, chemotherapeutic and health promoting, many of them are glanced at, not explored, and allowed to waste away, risking extinction. In a study conducted by Bello in 2010, several respondents were asked to indicate their level of awareness about and consumption of some leafy vegetables. Levels of skin and heating were asked to be indicated in a structured open-ended questionnaire with botanical and local names included for easy identification. The results were reported in table 21. Frequency of skin and heating rated ewedu, highest, gure, ugu. Among the vegetables, yanrin, elegede, uka, ewepandoro, ewega, and others were rated high in percentages of not seen. This shows that most of the vegetables are becoming endangered. I also wish to have this honorable audience too. How many people have seen in recent times or have eaten vegetables like Jatruba candorensis, Shaya, Yanapaja? Although Yanapaja is becoming popular now, if you are a lover of Yanapaja, come to chemistry department. Go and plug it there. And Fatah Eviori, Fatah Globosa, all these vegetables. But why not? Mr. Vice Chancellor, it is important to know that many of these underutilized vegetables contain more micronutrients, bioactive compounds, and lower levels of anti-nutrients than commonly consumed tete. For example, the tete agayeba contain more full protein, ascorbic acid, and lipid compared to the exotic grape variety. Therefore, Yanapaja has been found to be a superior source of calcium, iron, vitamin C, compared to tete. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, the effect of processing was studied on the amygdalina, eburo. Raw samples contain very high level of health benefit antioxidant ascorbic acid. Launching in hot water reduced the ascorbic acid by 12.13%, while the common method of maceration to remove the bitter taste reduced ascorbic acid by 96%. With maceration, ascorbic acid and most water-soluble vitamins are lost in the water, which many times are thrown away. Therefore, it was recommended that bee amygdalina and other vegetables should be minimally processed. For how many people we want to consume bitter leaf with its original bitter taste? Leaf of tree, ebiori, ewe sisem, ogbeori akuko, all these they contain high beneficial micronutrients. Bello is all, Muibat Bello, and organic. These vegetables, giving their rich nutrient profile, are well positioned to complement conventional vegetables, thereby contributing significantly to food security and sustainable livelihood. They should not just be planted, rather explore for sustainable development. Table 22, figure 11 and 12 reported the properties of some of the underutilized vegetables. Spices and condiments are defined as natural plants or vegetable products or mixture in whole or ground form, which are used traditionally for aroma and as preservatives. Mr. Fighter said, while spices are primarily appreciated for their ability to transform bland foods into culinary delights, their health benefits extend far beyond taste enhancement. Many spices are rich source of vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. Regrettably, many of these spices are found in our environment and most times left to waste, neglected, and underutilized. An average woman would prefer to buy bay leaf in supermarkets, but neglect various eucalyptus leaves that are banned in our environment. The eucalyptus leaves could be used as spice. It will not leave only essential oil benefits, but also nutritional benefits. Onion bulbs are usually consumed, while the onion peels, the bottom thrown away. Why? Bello characterized the onion bulb and different parts that are wasted and discovered that nutrients are better concentrated at the peel, top and bottom. The top bottom are valuable source of protein, fat and nutritive elements, while the outer stage is a potentially valuable source of dietary fiber. And its oil is an essential source of essential fatty acids than the onion bulb consumed. These findings suggested that such onion waste can be innovatively repurposed as components of seasoning blends and spices, thereby promoting good health, sustainable consumption, and responsible production. SDG 3 and 12. These underutilized plant fats that bear essential oils are reservoirs of beneficial fatty acids. Tables 23 and 24, along with figure 13, illustrate some of these overlooked spices, underscoring their untapped nutritional values. Conclusion and recommendation. Mr. Fighter, our studies have shown that the different indigenous plant parts, which most times are neglected, wasted system, and underutilized, have potential for diversified products. The indigenous knowledge of the use of the plant is a fundamental component in the scaling up of commercialization. There are many recommendations. Government policies on biodiversity conservation should be enforced. Individuals should endeavor to practice home gardening and learn simple value chain technology for production. Let us therefore not just glance at the abundant natural resources surrounding us. Instead, let us truly explore them with depth and persistence. It is through these deeper engagements, not just glance, rather explore, that we can unlock the vast values of underutilized plant species for sustainable development. Conservation and domestication of these plants are essential to securing their benefits for present and future generations. Such efforts will play a pivotal role in achieving the sustainable development goals. Mr. Fighter, underutilized plant species are no longer the cross of humanity. They are the untapped gold mines of the future. It is time we stop glancing and start exploring. With the vision of the scientists, the skill of the industrial chemist, and the commitment of a nation ready to build a more sustainable and inclusive tomorrow. Finally, as we navigate the heart and explore nature for sustainable development goals, it should be noted, however, that humans and chemists especially can only recreate and transform from raw materials to final products and from crude to valuable end products. Yes, the ultimate source of life and growth lies with the Creator. As the Holy Quran reveals, the Creator is the one who sends down rain from the sky and produces thereby the growth of all things. He is the one who revived the dead heart and brought forth from his brain gathering of palm trees and grapes. Human beings' hands have not produced them, so be grateful. He is the one who spread out the heart and placed on his fair mountain and caused to grow every breed with time, made a means of subsistence for us while we are not the suppliers. Therefore, exalted is he who created all things from what the heart grows and from themselves, and from which they do not know. All praises and adoration are due to Allah, the Lord of all worlds, the first, the last, who created the heavens and all and earth and all water between them in 6 days, and established himself on the throne. He neither sleep nor slumber. Praise is to him above all that is all praises are due to Almighty Allah for keeping me alive to present this inaugural lecture. I acknowledge his grace that I enjoy, and I can never deny any of his favor since conception to today. To my late father, I like to know you on that broken. I did a near that in your Lord, and I hope I feel like I am. Have mercy on him, bless him more than he cared for me when I was young. I'm so incredibly grateful and happy that I've had this much more with my father, a teacher par excellence, a disciplinarian, yes, loving father. My mother, late Alaja Mariam Adepeju Ayoni Muibat, a mother in a million. Your care and affection can never be quantified. May your soul continue to receive Allah's mercy. I also extend my gratitude to my late parents-in-law, Alaji Yusuf and Bello, and Alaja Nimot Alai as our own baby. Grandma, oh yeah, I was worried when she was not there yet, just some time ago. The Muslim of Ajani Olore family. Grandma and me, Alaja Nimot Alai Yeba Mobrode Yanoka, Ayoloba, Ọmọ Ọlọ́pàá, Mama Professor, Ẹ̀gbọ́n Professor. Ọmọ ìyá mẹ́ta, Grandma ọmọ mẹ́ta. Alhamdulillah, that Allah spared your life for witness today. I beseech Allah to continue to preserve you in witness. My entire family, my blood and marriage are well appreciated. The Asans, the Otuns, the Biokus, the Animasham, Abao, and all of the non-lost expansion, Akilio, all the generation of Mama Meta, Baba Bella, you the generation of Baba Meta, they are dead. They are Kadas, all the Kadas, they are Dinamis, Dr. Yakub, the entire Ajani Olore Oloba is no family. Akilio, Alaji, Are Ajani, Kudimami, Wabi, please stand up for recognition. Kudimami, Alaji Ismail, oh, they are watching us online. Ismail, Idris, Nuruddin, and their spouses. Next, Auntie Miloya, stand up for recognition. Stand up. Every stand up too. Okay, that my father Peter, all the stories that you had from me, she was one that related them to me. She resilience and patience has kept me going. I love you forever. What we need now, you here, and everybody, thank you. The Basasis, thank you for coming. One minute now. The Basasis, the Prince and the years, I like that there. After Osogbo, thank you, and now everybody, I want Balaba, not to one, I want Yawa, the other brothers, the entire Yusuf Bello, everybody, Alhaji TB, and late Alhaja Bello, Alhaja tó wà Tajimosi, Olórí Muibat Gaspar, Olórí Muibat, thank you for coming. Mr. Kazim, Mr. Muibat Alkuge, Kolewa, Madam Kubura, Ìjọba Kolewa, okay, Mrs. Iyabo Bello, Mr. Kule, Mr. Wadim, Mr. Kule, thank you for coming. I want to say hi, Mr. Ibrahim, Kolewa. Okay, Mrs. Muibat Alaga is watching us online. Mrs. Bashirat, that's my somo. Okay, Mrs. Bashirat, Mr. Sheriff and their spouse. I thank you all at all times. I especially recognize Muibat Bello Alaga for holding forth when my children were young. I'm eternally grateful to all my teachers, lecturers, and mentors. From my primary school, secondary, advanced, my lecturers at Adeyemi OAU, my HOD in 1991, Professor Mrs. Ibiyinka Odulade, thank you for believing in us. My first degree mate, Professor Mrs. Oluwenu Olabanji OAU. Then my big sister, Adi Adiwera Omalade Sodiq, can you stand up? I want to confusion again. Stand up. She took care of me when I was at undergraduate. I thank you so much. I'm indebted to all my lecturers, supervisor, and colleagues at the University of Ibadan. The Soko of Odo is coming in at the right time. Let me first of all mention, where is Baba, Professor Nureni Olaide? Is Baba Olabisi there? Thank you, Lord. Stand up for the recognition. Thank you. Very good. That's Professor Steve R. Adewusi, retired professor of applied chemistry from OAU, Ile-Ife. Thank you. I have selected Professor Efe Adekola. You will stand up with all the CSN members, all Capital Society of Nigeria Kwara chapter. Kindly stand up for recognition. I thank you very much. I recognize Professor Efe Adekola for his mentorship role. The sisterly and friendly love Professor Modina Abdulrahim Iyaro. I thank you, Professor Ede Usman S. Ogugoye. During their tenure, I was the external examiner at chemistry department in Ilorin. Professor H.K. Okoro, I was the external examiner at industrial chemistry in Ilorin. I don't know maybe all this my God sent mentoring my PhD research are here. Professor Esofalade, are you here or you are watching us online? Oduyemi Aderoba Adekunle of OAU. Professor Aiko Oladosu. Aihe Ogunwande. Professor Ogo Pakojuwo, B.A. Akiwande, and Egati. I'm grateful to late Professor A.F. Salam. May Allah continue to have mercy on his beautiful soul. He facilitated my appointment. I'm grateful to his wife too, Mama, and like a Muslim Bulisola Salam. May you continue to enjoy your last life. Once again, I thank Professor Endo Olamore and Alhaja Olamore. Where's Alhaja Olamore? Okay, because she actually introduced some of these things to me. The day I did this thing about chemistry was the one that introduced me to Igboho. I thank you. I appreciate Professor O.P. Faboya, who was the HOD when I was appointed. I'm indeed very grateful to the current chancellor and the management, Professor Razak Olatunde from Kalilu, and the management for approval and provision of logistics for this inaugural lecture. I thank all the management team and the latest professor, Professor Adefunke Esebitua, the librarian. I thank you. I equally appreciate all the past vice chancellor, Professor Raji, Professor Bibi Adeleke, Nasar, Professor A. Adebesi, during whose tenure I became a professor. My own father, Professor M. Ologunde, who appointed me as Director of Guest House and Catering Services under the last Federation Chairmanship of now Babagunwa of Igboholand. Is Babagunwa of Igboholand here? Hi Chief Adelani Olaiwola Olowokele. Please stand up for recognition. Thank you. It is truly the was commercialized and served as IDR from outside. Marriage may only buy the line. And then Professor Ebodiasu, may his soul continue to receive mercy. He appointed me as chairperson governing board of LAUTECH International College and LAUTECH staff school. The past and current dean of Faculty of Health and Applied Sciences are well appreciated. Professor Ogo Fawole, E.T. Ayodele, O.M.Oni, A.T. Oladipo, Professor A.T.J. Ogunkunle, my DPC strategy and development. He advocated a befitting office accommodation for me at New Air Class Complex. Thank you to my own Professor G.O. Ishola. Thank you. Professor Ebo Alade, my dean, sir, appointed me as the chairperson of Air Class ASP Steels. All committee members of ASP, you are well appreciated. All the senior professors in my faculty and university are well appreciated. Professor J. Keonoke, L.A. Simono, Professor C. Evidua, and others too numerous to mention. I equally appreciate the University Academic Lecture Committee and his team, Professor Olabisi, and also my steering committee, ably chaired by Professor T. Adedoshu, Professor A. Ibrahim, and the new Professor A. O. Alade. I'm equally grateful for the assistance of Alikpo University. All Alikpo University committee members, please kindly stand up for recognition. Alikpo people, Alikpo, Ifanja, Alhaji Chief, Dr. Ibrahim Oladimeji Oyepa, Aṣíwájú ọ̀dùn gómìnà náà, ẹ bá ẹni iṣẹ́ pé mo kí wọn, Arógundádé of Lagos, Bàbá Ọba of Ọ̀fà, first vice chancellors, registrar deans, and entire Alikpo University community. My own father, Professor R.D. Abubakar, is Mama Abubakar J. Mama Abubakar from Ilorin, of Professor R.D. Abubakar. Thank you for coming, you should be here. Professor Ade Abdulkarim, Professor Taufik Ibrahim, Professor Noah Yusuf, and the new West Vice Chancellor, Professor Ernest Oladimeji, our Mama Dr. Mrs. Arem Oladimeji, Professor Fashiboti Maidi, Professor Ikola Okunola, Alhaji Adisa, Dr. Lekun Yewumi Musa Yamakaiba, Dr. Laguju, Dr. T.K. Thank you, others, thank you. I also appreciate my present working experience as UN INRA, Accra, Ghana, Dr. Elias T. Ayu, Professor Peter Ezeaku, and others. I also acknowledge Professor Maruf Hassan for facilitating my appointment to work under Dr. Yemi Adeboke. Thank you. I appreciate the leadership and all members of NAWA's LAUTECH chapter, CSN, ICOM, Royal Society of Chemistry. And I appreciate the Elewi Ọmọ. And the Elewi Ọmọ of God, Jagadusa, Elewi Ọmọ, Jagadusa, Wambi, Ewambi, Auntie Akadija, Tony, Adediga, Ẹ̀fọ́ wa kí wọn o. Àwọn akọ́là ń gbọ́ láti mọ ní gbogbo àwọn síìdì, àwọn fẹ̀jítẹ́kù yẹn o, àwọn tó Jagagun ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn o. Ẹ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yẹn, ẹ bá dúpẹ́ Jágbé Sọlá o, ẹ bá dúpẹ́ bàbá Jágbé Sọlá o. So ẹ ṣe, to all members of my department, my HOD, Professor O.S. Amuda, Odúọlá, Ìtì Ayọ̀délé, Ẹ̀fì Adélọ́wọ̀, late Professor Ọlájìmé, Professor Emi Ọládìpọ̀, Ọ̀nàwùmí Ayédè, Ẹ̀sọ́lá. And others, thank you. So my research group, Professor Akíntọ́lá, Ẹ̀sẹ̀ Bábárìndé, Akínkóró, A.F. Ògúndọ́là, Adédọ̀ṣù, I thank you. The effort of our chief technologists are equally appreciated. Chief technologists Ọláwùmí, Fákọ̀rẹ́dé, Adébísí, Ọmọlẹ́rẹ́, Àkànjí Bello, and those ones at the APH, Mama Fọláhànmí, Mr. Alabi, ẹ bá jíṣẹ́ fún Mama Fọláhànmí, Mr. Salami, Akíndélé ọ̀pọ̀. I thank all my past and present students too numerous to mention. They have been part of my success story. Dr. Mrs. T. Eyekin, Dr. Alibi, A.R.A. Arotayo, Ayọ̀délé, Òkètúbi Adélájà, Adébọlá, Ẹ̀rì Ọládépò, ọmọ dáadáa, Ìbílóńkẹ́, Ayé Dáadáa, I thank you. I also appreciate the leadership and members of ADSO Student Association of Josa. Our members of Ansarudeo Student Association here. Do we have people here? Thank you. Thank you. Igbo Grammar School Student Association, Aunty Yinka Alade, Dr. Ben Asujaman. Okay, I remember you. Edigbo Local Government Area Academia and Professor School. I have been involved in some ways toward the development of Igbo land. I am grateful to His Imperial Majesty Ọba Dr. Abdulrasheed Adéwálé Akànbí, Ìlúfẹ́milóyè Tẹ̀lúwà, the Olúwa of Iwoland, for appointing me as a member of IGOR 3. All IGOR 3 members present here, please kindly stand up for recognition. Our Baba, Professor Lai Olurode, please, ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀mí lójú, Dr. Adiago, Dr. Engineer Rector Taofik, gan ọkọ mi, Mama Olori Dr. Yabo Lamule and others. I thank everybody. My education committee people, I Chief Funde Adabi, thank you for coming. Mr. Razak, Otunmayowa and others. I thank you. I also appreciate the leadership of Iwo Progressive Group Agbaki of Iwoland, Alhaji Moshood Tayo Giwa, Thomas Binisibio, all the high chiefs, sons and daughters of Iwo, I appreciate you for your good wishes. My purpose of persistence in this world is to serve Allah. I'm indeed grateful to the entire Lautech Muslim community, under the spiritual leadership of Professor A. Tijani, Chief Imam of Lautech, Grand Chief Imam of Ogomosola, Dr. Tejas Yunus Odushina Agilara Bisefu, Grand Chief Imam of Iwoland, Dr. Mohammed Sani Abdulmumin, Chief Imam of Awaru Islam Iwobiso, you are there. Chief Imam, kindly stand up for recognition. Dr. Imam Sani Abayomi Abdulrasaq, Form 1, Dr. Ẹni Mọ̀mọ́ mi Form 1, ẹ dìde o. Mọ̀mọ́ mi Adébáyọ̀, Mọ̀mọ́ Lọ́tàṣá. Ẹ bá rọra òkè Form 1. She was actually my teacher at primary school. This one. Amin Awu Sheikh Dawud Imam Olasan. Dr. Wasim Olubosi, are you here? Please stand up for recognition. Thank you. Imam Alawiye Ejigbo, Alfa Lati Konike, Isiyasuna of Ejigbo land here. Auntie Amajida Okola Ayoka, are you here? Okay, maybe she's on her way. Mr. Oyede Okuta Didi. Our own Sheikh Mikail, the Sheikh Mikail here, Sheikh Mikail, Imam Alhaji Taofik, Ustaz Mohammed, Abdullahi, Hafiz Usman Bakare, Idris Ahmad, Ustaz Badimulai Adebule, all members of the Tadelo Kurati Masjid, Isale General, I thank you. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀mọ́ Tawa Kalisu members, I just stand up for recognition. I appreciate you all. And our Ustaz, Imam, Alhaji Abdullahi, I thank you for the spiritual growth. All members of Fire Speaking Movement International Organization, kindly stand up for recognition. Fires, Alhamdulillah. Fire Speaking Movement International Organization, under the leadership of Professor Hamza Nakaibo Yusuf, and my mama who introduced me to fires, Dr. Faustat Biola Olagoju. I thank you for the spiritual developments. The Muslim Scholarship Fund of Nigeria, MSFL, Professor A. Rahim, and other board of trustees members, I thank you. NASFAT members worldwide, Ifon leadership and members, TMC, MSSN, Concerned Muslim Group and Atapa Muslim Cooperative, Ajajoju, stand up for recognition, please. Okay, Alhaja Akande, Alhaja Nafiu, Oyinkola and others. Grandma for Adijono, late Alhaja Arad, Ajoke Bioku, Aja Amina Sadiq, she's watching us online. Grandma Ofa, Grandma Campbell, Aja Mr. Hassan. Please, Aja Rispat Hassan, kindly stand up for recognition, ma'am. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you. And others who need to mention, all the members of the Polar Ramadan program, Dr. Abdulhamid Taofik, Rector of Federal Polytechnic Ayede, stand up for recognition. Thank you, sir. Professor Muibat Omolara, Mrs. Tawa Kalisu Akanbi, Alhaja Oriolowo, Alhaja Shafa, Dr. Mrs. Sudiat Ogunboyega, are you here? Thank you. The Progressive Federal Club, PVC, kindly stand up for recognition. Thank you. President Odurode Musa, Dr. Murtala Jabaru, and others. I appreciate my neighbors, the Odeleye family, Adekunle, the Ashifa, the Akorede, Adigun, the Bamboles, the role of my dear friend, Aja Sidika Gorolayo Ibrahim, Kájọ thank you all the time. Engineer Tagidi Akande Oji, here is Oji. I thank you. Finally, my husband. Daddy. And Auntie Bello. I thank you for your love, understanding, support, sacrifice, perseverance, and encouragement to reach the peak of my career. Words cannot express my appreciation. My success has been possible with you. I'm indeed happy to all the island, and I shall reward you abundantly. I love you forever, and I dedicate this message to you. I equally appreciate our children, dear Gary, and I can give us Bolande, Nasuba Ibolaji, ACA, thank you for recognition now. Did one to know Ibolariwa, ACA, and Nabi, Sheikh Baby, what do you like Ibolaji? I thank you all for your rapt attention. I return all glory to Allah, the honor of Dika, what the Messiah and Maya Seki, but Allah Father Muslim, Papa ni Báwo, onígbọ́dọ̀ ò ní bá wa láyé, bàbá bẹ̀bẹ̀ bọ́lọ́lá ò bá àgbà, a ò lè gbọ́ ọ̀nà ìyẹn. Thank you all.
On behalf of the Vice Chancellor,
Anthem. Piano. Anthem.
Sing, oh,
Please let's remain standing while the Vice Chancellor and other members of the